My next guest is a champion dancer, life coach and author, but not content with that. Now she's coming for Choreography Corner 2. It's Camilla Sekadalarup. Camilla is back. Hooray! Thank you. Right, let's start tonight with Joe's Jive. Bruno said, one of the hardest dances to do, week one, there he was. He was brilliant. What did you make of it?
Oh my goodness, just came out rocking it. It was like it was the final dance, really, in the final. I think serious contender here. What is so difficult about the jive is that obviously the speed, but also you've got different elements like the technique of the basic steps and all the kicks and flicks. And he's just so entertaining too. I mean, it's like a full-on performance.
It was. I mean, Katia worked him hard, didn't she?
Tell. She's a great teacher. There's so much content in there.
So much. Yeah. And he slid across the bonnet, which is wow.
Extra points, yeah.
Let's talk about Johnny and his wonderful waltz. Shirley gave him an extra mark there for stepping forward on his heel during a continuous pivot.
Yes.
That's a lot of information from my tiny brain. Explain more about why that was quite impressive.
But stepping forward on a heel, full stop, and driving through the legs, lowering through the standing leg is what actually gives an amazing waltz. Because in the beginning, when you're learning the steps, you're not really traveling, but he's traveling. Look how far he's traveling around the floor. And also, I think he really had the element, like Alexandra, that he really drew you in. It was so emotional.
Yeah.
I really
really
something
romantic.
special about him.
Yeah,
really
he's quite a magical one, isn't he?
Yeah.
I know, Oti's going to work him brilliantly. Next up, the Reverend Richard Cole's Cha-Cha-Cha, which Bruno quite rightly said was a heavenly delight. He did go on to say the technique was diabolical. But what did you think of his technique?
Well, the thing is, I think actually at first he tried. Like here we've got a New York step, and I think that's not too bad. It's a bit wide in the legs, but then he goes into all this sort of freestyling. I would like to see a bit more of the technique.
Okay.
But it needs to be much tidier, much closer together with the feet, and less of the sort of, I mean, he's entertaining. That was so much fun.
He is so entertaining.
But Zoe, it's demo time.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to show you what I mean. Okay.
Demo time.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that basically it was a bit like this, sort of far apart.
Yeah.
But if you just sort of pulse everything together and tighten up, and then kind of hits the New York like that. And that's the same if you came to do a rumba. So really keep it small and really hit those positions.
Ooh, look at that. So you don't necessarily
You get much sharper actions. And I think he can do that. I think he can.
Richard, I know he can. Right, Charlotte's Foxtrot. She looked exquisite. And again, a really difficult dance to start with. We've never had a Foxtrot in week one before. But she pulled it off. Were you impressed?
Oh, my goodness. So impressed. So well done. And also, she went side by side here and just came out. Like, it was like Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers was there. And then she goes from the free hold straight into just gliding across the floor. Very difficult, actually. She wasn't just in frame the whole time. I thought there was brilliant potential there.
Good work from Charlotte. Brian's Tango. Now, Shirley, she was a list Shirley was impressed with. She talked about the five-step, the promenades, and even a contra-check. What stood out from Brian's performance for you?
Great content, and he started out really well, really attacking it here. Promenade position, absolutely brilliant. The kicks here, I love it. But then when he gets into the corner now, it just seemed like he let go of the frame a little bit. And when that goes, everything just looks a little bit loose. I think he can get into the legs further and really keep that frame. It's just this time. It's going to take a little bit of time.
Okay, time and experience.
Yes, of course.
And
But again, a great performer.
Okay, good work. On to Simon now. Darcy really enjoyed the power and the drama in his paso doble, but she did say they weren't injected properly. What can you explain about that?
I think when it comes to a paso, it's really difficult to choose what elements are you going to teach first. And she clearly wanted him to nail the steps, which he did. And framing is kind of, and the shaping is kind of what comes next. I think he got, look, this is okay, but then he loses a bit of the frame there and the shaping. But that's to come. I think he had great attack and he was in it, which is, he was out of his comfort zone completely. He admitted that. So
I know nothing like going in week one with a paso doble again.
Cooking into that. I remember back with James Martin how he felt. So I'm really with him here. Just give him a little bit of time.
But give him a little bit of time. It was like James came out of his shell, didn't he? By the end, he was amazing.
I thought James was leaving week one and he made it semi. So
Chizzy's Cha-Cha-Cha. The judges enjoyed it. Craig said it was a little bit disco and not enough cha-cha-cha. What did you think of that?
I kind of agreed a little bit because I think she's such a natural performer and you can tell that she's feeding off the audience. She's just loving life. And I think she just lets go of the actual cha-cha steps a little bit here. This is a perfect situation to show that cha-cha basic, but she kind of got carried away with the performance.
Okay.
So we know you can perform now, concentrate on the basics.
On the basic, the steps. And the judges are going to be looking for those, aren't
they?
Sure. And finally, Molly's Jive. Good golly, Miss Molly. All the judges liked it. Darcy felt it was missing a little bit of attack and stamina. It takes so much stamina, the Jive, doesn't it? It's so full on. And again, week one to go out that, I was really impressed. What did you think?
I thought she was an absolute delight. I really enjoyed watching her perform. However, I think she looks a little bit sort of unsteady maybe on the feet. Maybe she's not used to performing in heels.
Yeah.
So if I was her teacher, I would say, wear those shoes as much as you can when you're walking around the house, every time you rehearse, and it becomes like second nature to dance a jive or a quick step or anything fast in shoes like that.
Okay, just getting used to it.
Yeah, getting used to it. Because it is really different. I mean, it's different than anything we ever do, right?
Camilla, it's been so lovely to see you. Camilla, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Time now to chat to our final couple of the evening. She's worked with the likes of Beyonce, Pitbull and Flo Rida, but never before with Gorka the Corker. Well, until now, that is. It's Alexandra and Gorka.
You have a natural artistry, and it's a great, great quality.
I think that you're going to probably be a front runner off what I've just seen.
Your arms are so expressive. It was lovely to watch.
Alexandra and Gorka, everyone, welcome. Can I just say, the two of you looked delightful out on that floor. It was such a joy. And I think we all got lost in that dance with you. Were you happy with your performance, Alexandra?
Yeah, I really was. It was a tough week for me, tough couple of weeks actually, but Gorka definitely got me through it, and the support from Gorka and everybody else, you know, everyone at Strictly, it's just been immense, and it was a little bubble of ours that we really enjoyed on the night as well. So.
I know, and I think everyone watching at home knows what you've been through, and we were all feeling it for you. I think it's all emotional. I had a little cry. You were so joyous, and to focus like that, I thought you were quite incredible. Gorka, 24, lots of people online saying, excuse me, they were undermarked. Loads of them. What did you make of that, Gorka?
You know what? In the end of the day, the score, it doesn't matter. You know, I'm very proud of her, the way she performed that night. And like she said, it was like a beautiful moment. Both of us, we were like, in our little bubble, we forget about everything. It was magical, so that's what matters.
And your dress.
I love the dress. Do you know what? I really felt like I was a princess.
Oh,
I absolutely loved it.
It was so beautiful, the detailing, and then when it
it was so nice. It's so nice.
We were all like cooing when we were watching at home. And then Shirley says, potential front runner.
Oh,
now, do you keep hearing those words back to yourself, going, "Oh, that's nice"?
It puts a lot of pressure on, I'll be completely honest, and I didn't expect her to say that at all, and I was really fighting tears when she said it because, of course, dance meant so much to me, but I think just being a part of the show, I've always wanted to do it, and it's been such an honour and a privilege to be asked. To have that on first week is massive, and I'm just going to put it to the corner and just concentrate and focus on what we need to do and have a good time. I don't want to put any pressure on any of us, and I just want to learn and do well, really.
And you can. She's a good student. I can tell. I can tell already. Last year, criminally, Tamika and you left the competition far too early. Was still furious. This year, confident. Got the staying power, Gorka.
Yeah, I think there is a lot of potential in the couple, right? And I think, obviously, we want to do it all the way to the final. So fingers crossed, we can do it and enjoy all the series together.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I like it.
Fingers crossed. He's got a lot of confidence, babe.
He has.
In this situation right here.
It's good.
And I'm just like, it's
totally me.
Okay.
Totally me. Now, this isn't, of course, your first time performing on huge Saturday night telly shows. I mean, who can forget Star for a Night in 2000?
Oh, my gosh. Wow. You're going that far back, babe.
Has Jane been in touch?
No, she hasn't, but I'm sure she will.
She will be.
I hope so. She's so lovely.
I know.
She's so lovely. And
she's amazing.
my God, I was 12 years old.
12
I was 12 years old when that was on.
Coming out.
Oh, gosh, so embarrassing.
OK, so we're going from that lovely, beautiful moment last week to a paso doble?
I mean,
Okay.
the difference.
Come on. What have you learnt so far?
I mean, I feel like I'm just struggling to take it all in, really. 1 week we are doing a soft, gentle waltz, and he's taught me to relax and just be really calm and cool. And he was like, now you have to be the opposite of what you were 2 weeks ago. Fierce, just in your face. I'm like, I can't do it now. I'm really calm.
Okay.
I've got the zen inside of me.
You've got a couple of days.
I need to snap it out.
I know.
need to try my best. I'm
You
going to
could
try
go
my
back
best.
to Alexandra.
Yeah, I need to go back to what I was a couple of weeks ago.
This is the music, but I do believe it's more of a Spanish version. A bit of, yes, la, 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 come on.
This
I don't know
is
what
tune
this
as
is.
well, yeah.
This is not paso doble, whatever it is that I'm doing there. It's the chicken dance. That's the way I do paso. Are you managing to coax the señorita from within?
Yeah, I
Gorka?
think she has enough señorita inside. So
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That makes me feel
Now she
a bit
has to
better.
go back, like she said, to the power.
Yeah.
But I think with a couple of coffees, it's gonna be fine.
That's what I'm saying. That's
it.
what I'm
Oh,
talking
yes.
about.
We
Tried
had the
to ban
coffee
me.
ban,
Yeah,
didn't
tried
we?
to ban me. It's not happening.
Bring the
I just
caffeine
bring
back in.
bring him some
This
coffee
week
now.
you're allowed to have coffees.
Yes, good, good.
That's what a treat.
I know, right?
I think you are totally going to bring it. I can't wait to see it. Good luck. So lovely to see you. Alexandra and Gorka. So exciting already. That's all we have time for tonight. But worry not, we'll be back here tomorrow at 6:30 getting all the gossip from Ruth and Anton, Molly and AJ and Aston and Jeanette. Plus, my TV husband, Ian Waite, is back for his first warm-up of the series. I can't wait. Good night.